Hey everybody, alright, I'm back and we are now doing the next week of lab experiments. And this week's lab experiment is called latent heat. Alright, so I actually already did half of the experiment already. For half the experiment you are asked to fill up a test tube, which is blue in our lab kit, with a thermometer in it, up into the negative 10 degrees Celsius mark on the thermometer. So I already did that. You're supposed to document the temperature change every 5 minutes for 30 minutes. So I went ahead and did that and recorded it into table number 2 below. Pretty much what you expect. It changed every 5 minutes. It got colder and colder and colder, and eventually after 30 minutes it was at let's see here, it was at the coldest temperature, which would be negative 10 degrees Celsius. So that was at 30 minutes after the water had been frozen. Actually it took a little bit longer than that, but I'm just going to say for the chart that that's what happened. So we'll go ahead and put that down in there. And so for this next part, I actually already have my water boiling. And we are supposed to record how long that it's going to take for the temperature of the boiling water to melt the frozen water in the beaker. So what you're going to do is you're going to turn on a pot. So there is my pot, and you're going to hold the thermometer in the center of the water, turn on the stove. Once the water begins to boil, you're going to wait 1 minute, and then you are going to wait for that. So, to be perfectly honest with you, it does not really say if I should be using the frozen beaker as well. I'm assuming we're going to use the frozen beaker. So I will go ahead and just put the frozen beaker in the middle of the water, and we will do it that way. Alright, so I'm going to set my stopwatch for 1 minute. And we are started. So that's for 1 minute. And we'll leave it in there. Make sure you are using safety supplies. I know that it's a little difficult sometimes to be using those. I have a hot pad. Alright, so as you can see here, I'm holding this right above here. It's getting a little low on the beam, so I will move it here. Alright, and we're supposed to hold it just right in the middle there. So, after 1 minute is completed, which is right now, I'm going to, excuse me, take this out, and I'm going to look at the temperature. So, the temperature now is going to be, let's see here, it's going to be at 20 degrees Celsius after 1 minute. Alright, so for the next one, we're supposed to hold this in the boiling water for 5 minutes. So you'll just repeat the next step. I'm not going to do that step just because it will take 5 minutes for me to be holding that in the boiling water. When I actually completed this step earlier on, our thermometer reached 60 degrees Celsius. Alright, and that should be it. Just make sure you recorded all of your numbers down in the table below, and that should be it for this week's lab on latent heat.